Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So some of you know me as Dave from Dave's Guitar Channel, and this is my cigar and pipe channel, and today I'm going to show you my pipe collection. Now, I started smoking pipes maybe 2 years ago, and it was really just to try it to see if I liked it. So I bought this pipe on Amazon. It's like a Scotty or something. And it came with the tamper and all the accessories, and it was really cheap. And I ended up smoking Captain Black in it. And I wasn't crazy about it. I wasn't crazy about the tobacco. I thought it was really light. The reason I wanted to start smoking pipe was just to supplement for the cigars, because I was smoking a lot of cigars every day and it gets expensive. And I found the tobacco really light, and I thought it would be cool to be able to also have a shorter smoke. I didn't really care for that pipe that much. I ended up just using it once. I cleaned it and gave it to a buddy of mine who also wanted to try it. But I got another pipe before I gave it to him. And what ended up happening was I went to Watch City Cigars. They had a couple of boxes of Todos Los Dias from Dunbarton's Tobacco and Trust. It's one of my all-time favorite cigars, and they had two boxes. So I went up to Watch City Cigars and bought two boxes. I ended up meeting Ernie, and while I was there, I ended up buying a basket pipe that I really liked. And let me show you that. That was this La Roca. Now this is basically a straight pot. Now this is not the stem that came with it. Early on, like a knucklehead, I dropped the pipe and the stem cracked. So I ended up going on to some site, Royal Meerschaum, and ordered this after I took all the measurements, and it's fairly perfect. I mean, it's really close to perfect. I've thought about sending this pipe out to Boswell and getting a saddle stem, but for right now, this does fine for me, and this is great. And I really love the straight pipe. In fact, probably the reason why I ended up buying this basket pipe and not quit pipe smoking altogether was when I saw this pipe, I was like, this is definitely more my style. Really, for me, the pipe is like a fashion accessory. I just love the fact that I can pull out a pipe. I don't know, it's hilarious. I love it. Anyways, I ended up buying early morning pipe when I got this, which is a tobacco from, I think it's Peterson, and I did not like it. But I ended up taking this pipe down to the White Ash Cigar Lounge, and the manager there, Don, smokes a pipe occasionally. So he and I smoked some of his tobacco that he had, and it was very good. But it was a special blend from a place that closed a couple of years ago in Rhode Island. And but I really liked it, so I was like, okay, well then there's hope, and I'll try other tobaccos. I ended up liking that La Roca pipe so much, I ended up buying two more. I have this La Roca that came with a yellow acrylic stem. Again, also a straight pipe. I also like to clench, as you can see, because I have this here. And it's a decent weight. It's not the lightest pipe in the world, but I really like this kind of pipe. And my third one has a black stem. And this one is probably my favorite of the La Roca pipes. I think these are fine pipes. I didn't know how good they were until I got really good pipes. And then I'm like, these La Rocas are fantastic. And I really love this straight pipe. For me, it's just more me. Now, one thing about pipe tobacco for me is a lot of the pipe smokers talk about strong nicotine tobacco and this and that, and I've yet to find any of that true. I smoke a lot of cigars, so the nicotine never becomes a factor, and I'm looking for strength. So finally, I've settled upon a few tobaccos that I really, really like, and one of them is Haunted Bookshop. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a medium. Actually, it's a light to medium smoke. Now, pipe smokers will tell you this is a strong tobacco. I find it light to medium. Basically, a lot of the Virginia-based tobaccos I find too light. I just feel like it's smoking nothing. So I don't really care for it. One of my favorite blends is a blend from Watch City called Persian Slipper. And it's very similar to Boswell Northwoods, except it lacks that marshmallowy taste that I'm not crazy about in Northwoods. Northwoods has like this toasted marshmallow kind of undertone, and I'm not crazy about it. So Persian Slipper to me is less of that. So it's like really a great smoke. I really like it. If you like Boswell Northwoods, but you're not crazy about the marshmallow, try Persian Slipper. Ernie Q is a great guy over at Watch City, and they make some great tobacco. I also tried American Rough Cut or Cube Cut. I forget what they call it. American Cut, Rough Cut. I don't know what it's called. Either way, I found that to be a little mild too and flavorless, but it's a decent tobacco with no flavorings, and I'm not really into the aromatics. The aromatics that I do end up liking, well, I like Velvet and I like Half and Half. I find that licorice taste, that black licorice, anise, anisette, whatever the hell you want to call it, is enjoyable. Tolerable, enjoyable. I like it. Okay, so moving on. I wanted to get a pipe that I could take out and go everywhere. And so I ordered a pipe from Morgan Bones, and I got this, which is the Morgan Bones Man War. What I love about this pipe is I love the stem is really wide. So when you clench it, even though it's a heavier pipe, it actually sits really easy in the mouth. It's great. Not a straight pipe, but still, out of these kind of pipes, I really enjoy it. And if I want to do my Sherlock Holmes and say, this is a 3-pipe question, I can. Fun pipe. Smoke's great. You can see that the color really is starting to come in. It's starting to darken. When I got this thing was as pale as they come. And now it's nice and dark, and it's going to keep getting darker. I haven't really smoked this a lot, but it's great. I also got another Morgan Bones that I wanted to take when I go play my gigs where I could step out and have a 15-minute smoke. And so I got this much smaller one. And this is called the Milan. And I think they call this like a quarter bent. And it's a small bowl. It's a really small pipe. Although on camera it doesn't really look it. Well, kind of. The bowl's small. But it's a great pipe. I also found that I don't really care for any pipes that have filters. I'm not a filter guy. I don't need it. I don't see the need for it, so I don't use it. So I have a couple of pipes that came with filters, and I use the adapter inside them, which I don't even find to be that necessary. But if you want to buy a pipe that has a filter and you don't want all that airflow, you could put an adapter in. Let me show you those. One of which I got, of course, because I'm a fan of Match's 860, God rest his soul, and he was a big smoker of the 673 KS from Savinelli, the Friday Night Savinelli. And it's a nice pipe, not my style, technically. And the stem is funny because I guess all these stems are different. Mine's very light on the bottom and dark on the top. But the 673 Savinelli is a great pipe. Do I smoke it that often? Not really, because the shape, again, is not one of my favorites. But I do like this because it also has, again, the wide stem, which makes it real easy to clench. And it's a nice light pipe. After the Savinelli, I wanted a smooth version of it because I actually liked the original Friday Night Savinelli that Matches smoked. So I ended up getting the Rossi version, the Rubino Antico, I think it's called. And I bought this from the Pipe Nook. And again, it's a little dark in here, but because I usually record my guitar videos in here and it just, my light guitar lights it up a little bit. But anyways, this is the Rubino Antico. Now, the reason I like the Savinelli better than this one is this stem is narrower, so it doesn't sit as easy. It doesn't have the same comfort in the mouth. Mouthfeel, to me, is very important in the pipe. Again, none of these, to me, will ever take the place of a cigar because I really love a cigar. The amount of smoke that comes in, just the experience of a cigar. I'm a cigar smoker and that's what it is. But this is like, I try to get a bowl in every day or every other day if I can. But this is a great pipe as well. Like I said, it's not as good as the Savinelli. So if you're debating on whether to get the Savinelli or the Rossi in the 673, I highly recommend the Savinelli. I think it has a better mouthfeel. And to me, that's more important. They both look fantastic and they, smoke the same. But again, it's preference. After I got my first pipe from Eddie, I ended up talking to him for a while. And then I ended up ordering his limited 606 Peterson Phoenix. Now this is a straight pot. I always love the 606 shape. It's got beautiful rustication. I love this stem. Look at this stem. It's beautiful. And it's light as hell. This has a great mouthfeel. Even though it has a narrow stem, it has a great feel to it. Now I also got another Peterson 606. This is the Irish Harp. This is smooth. I don't know if you can see it. There you can see that. And this, to me, is the looker. This is like a beautiful pipe. The stem isn't as nice as the Phoenix, but you can see it's also the tortoise shell. But this is a beautiful pipe, and again, in my top 3. I would say this is probably my number 2. When I tell you my number 1, you're going to think I'm crazy because it's a cheaper pipe, but I effing love it. So after that, I figured I wanted to get a bent Rhodesian, so I got the Peterson 999 Aaron. And I like the way this looks. To me, this is like your typical pipe. And great mouthfeel. It's not a straight pipe, but I wanted it, so I bought it. Now, last but not least, I've ordered some tobacco from Pipes and Cigars, and I went rummaging through their pipes that they sell. And I saw this pipe, and they were selling it on sale, and I was like, it was $55 and then 15% off. I was like, all right. And it's also that same 606 straight shape. It's got the rustification. It's more like a sandblasted, or I don't know. I guess you would call it rustification, but it's not as nice as the Peterson rustication. But the stem is beautiful. Very similar to Eddie Gray's Phoenix series. However, the stem here is a little wider and the pipe is lighter. And this is my favorite. It smokes unbelievable. It feels great. And I just can't get over how nice I find this pipe. I have one more Baracchini that I want to buy, and I'm waiting for it to be in stock. But otherwise, this pipe is just a great deal and a great pipe, and I loved it. And I got this one from Pipes and Cigars. And that is basically my collection. Again, I don't really smoke all that often. I am trying different pipe tobaccos. I'm trying to find something that's really heavy. I have some old Joe Krantz downstairs, but I haven't lit it up yet. And I'm hoping that's going to be a little stronger than the Haunted Bookshop. But who knows? We'll find out. Anyways, I'm enjoying the pipe smoking as it is. Again, I don't smoke it all that often, but I do like it. And I figured I would show you the pipes I have to date. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Very good.